Hi mamas, it's Andrea Tran from Breastfeeding Confidential, where I write about all things breastfeeding. I'm a lactation consultant and IBCLC, and today I'm going to talk to you about nipple shields. I'm just going to talk real quick about how to apply them and then a little bit more about them. But first I'm going to talk about how to apply them because nipple shields are a common breastfeeding tool that seem to be on a lot of people's must-have breastfeeding accessory lists, which I'm not really completely on board with because they're a good tool when they're used at the right time. They shouldn't be used all the time, and they shouldn't be used every time a mom has sore nipples. A lot of times just better positioning and latch technique can help with that. But because you might end up using a nipple shield because you've heard they're useful, I do want to talk about how to apply them properly. So if you've never seen my videos before, this is my breast, Betty Boob, and this helps me out with all my audiovisual needs for breasts. And then, let's see, I'm going to put that down there. I have 3 nipple shields here. One I still have in the package, and Medela makes nipple shields. There are other companies, but I'm most familiar with the Medela. They come in 3 different sizes, and this is actually the smallest size, a 16 millimeter. You're probably not going to find that in the store because that's primarily used for really small preemies. But that's what it looks like in the package. And then this is a 20 millimeter shield, and it's also a full shield. And I'll show you what I mean by that. And then this is a 24 millimeter shield, and it is a contact shield. So it has part of it cut away to allow the baby to have some contact with the breast. So let me put these up here next to each other so you can see. This is the 24 millimeter and this is the 20 millimeter. So there is a difference in size. All right, so let's get Betty over here. And I'm going to show you from the front. I'm also going to show you from the side. So if you have the contact shield, either way, you would do the same things with the full shield also. And I'll talk about in a second why you would use one over the other. So you're going to partially invert it. You can see that. It's not completely inverted because that makes it a little bit harder then to apply. So you about halfway, you invert it about halfway, and then you kind of stretch it out a little bit and put it over the nipple and just roll it on. And that creates a little bit of suction so that it doesn't pop off easily if you don't get the baby on right away. Let me show you from the side. So halfway invert it, stretch it a little bit, and roll it over. And then that's what it's going to look like. Now, the reason you would use a contact shield over a full shield honestly has more to do with availability. The contact shield is a little bit easier to get. The full shield stays on a little bit better, but some people like the baby to be able to have some contact with the breast so they're not feeling just plastic as they would with the full shield. So different reasons to use nipple shields. They can be used for sore nipples. I really like mamas to only use them for sore nipples after they've corrected the problem and if they're just needing a little bit of time for the nipple to heal. A lot of times sore nipples can be completely resolved with just better position and latch. And I've talked about that in my other video. And moms who have a lot of milk and the milk flows really fast, it's helpful in cases like that. And for the same reason, because it slows down the milk flow, it is helpful for preemies. They're good tools, but they should be used at the right time and not just because you can't figure out what else to do. So it's the kind of thing I really encourage you to talk to a lactation consultant about and not just go out and buy one. But if you end up doing that or you have one because somebody gave you one, I want you to be able to put it on properly. So I have a blog post over on Breastfeeding Confidential all about nipple shields. So come and check it out and let me know if you have any questions.